Hello you beautiful people, my name's John, welcome to my channel. Today we have the GT Power TD610 Pro. It is a touch screen charger. As you can see, it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. 10 amp, 100 watt. If I turn it over, I'll give you some basic facts here. Input voltage, you can see yourself, support batteries, loads of different ones. 1 to 6 cell, 1 to 14 cell for the next cells. It's 1 to 6S for the LiPo, which obviously most of us have. 4-inch touch screen, AC DC. There you go. Now the first thing that I want to do is get it out, because if it looks half as good as what the picture does, it's going to look amazing. Now this was actually sent to me by GT Power themselves, so thank you so much for that. I'm going to be putting up against the bog standard chargers that we get with all of our RC cars and the Sky RC IMAX original that I have, because that's the only other charger I've got, so that's what I'll be sort of putting them up against. Now this is everything in the box. As you see, I will get, what's this? Oh, right, okay, fair enough. Put that down there for a second. So we have power cord. We have the connectors for the charging, and we have this dibby dip. So that would be input, so that you can charge it from your car battery, for example. That's pretty cool. Right, so I hope you don't have to use this. If you have to use this, then that's no good for me. I will lose this in about 3 seconds, and it reminds me of one of the old mobile telephones. What have we got? Oh, loads of cables here. Let's just get that to one side for now, and I'll just lay the cables out for those that wish to see. Not a huge amount of cables, but more than enough. But the one obviously that I'm most interested in, I'm a little bit surprised that it doesn't have some of the more standard XT60 or XT60 Mini, or what I call the Tamiya ones as well. So maybe that's something that the manufacturer could start to include. However, luckily enough, all of mine are Dean's connectors, or the T connectors there, so suits me really well. I'm going to put some of these cables to one side, because there's only going to be one that I'll be using today, and that will be this one. So we have red and we have the black. As you can see, you've got the balance ports there, which are very important to ensure that your batteries remain in good health. So make sure that, well, it probably won't work unless it's plugged in anyway. I'm actually going to get it turned on straight away so that we can see what it looks like. I hope it's a nice display. By the looks of it, it looks pretty cool. They've done the right thing and put a speedometer type thing on it, and that always interests me. Powers. There we go. Look at that display. Huh? How cool is that? Very cool. I'm going to bring you down so that you can see the buttons that I am pressing. There we go. So let's get us focused. Beautiful. Right, so what have we got? Memory, which will be, as you can see, different types that you can then just whack straight on that and off it goes. LiPo, oh, nice and easy to select which ones you want. Oh, yes, whoa, straight away, yes, you can use your finger. That's really important, because as I said, I will never in a month of Sundays A, use this, and B, I'm not sure, is it embarrassing having it in something like this? Put it in the comments below if you think so, because I don't think that should be there. That's my personal opinion. So yeah, you can see all the different types that you can charge with this one. I love that. That's actually a couple more than on the Sky RC. Store, so that's to put your batteries into storage. Fast charge, balance, discharge, charge, and IR test. What have we got? It's currently set at 3S, 11.1 volts. 2S 7.4, Not the most responsive of screens, is it? Let's be honest. That needs to be fixed, certainly. It looks like... Oh, okay, I should be over here, should I? You can see it's slightly off. You're having to do it slightly off center. Is that why they've included their little dippy dip? Let's see. That's why they've included the little dippy dip. Maybe my fat fingers are just... Oh. There you go, ladies and gents. It's more pressure sensitive. Right, well there you go. So anyway, we're doing 2S 7.4 volts today, so I will confirm that. One other thing, now I've just seen that. This is again to the manufacturer. Things like having a capital C on the cancel and not a capital C on the confirm, it doesn't look very professional, so maybe just update that with the new firmware. So what have we got here? Current charge sets at 10 amps. Wow! And discharge at 3 amps. Right. Oh, you can hold on it. Thank God for that. 2.2 amps, because that's what the battery is. 2,200 milliamps. Done. Actually, while we're there, let's do the 2.2 amps for the discharge as well. Cool. Right, settings. Save settings. Yeah, okay. Brightness, okay. I can go all the way down, but we'll leave it up for now because I'm recording. Again, the C there. Color style, don't need to worry about that. Key buzzer, nice. Safety time cutoff, 150 minutes, that's always good to have. Temperature cutoff, you don't want it any higher than that anyway. Input voltage, yep, we'll keep that as. Again, why is there no space there? Capacity cutoff, sure. Okay, and back is obviously back. Cool. And touch calibration, press and hold the cross at least 1 second. Whoa! Let's go back and see if that changes anything. A little bit more. Okay, just back to the settings one more time, see if there's any factory restore back, voltage and current calibration. Right, okay, so we'll go back. Now, the battery needs to be plugged in like as a so. So we will plug in here. And inside here. Now, does anything pop up? It's actually got, let me just unplug that again. I was just checking the figures here. So unplug that one as well. Right, okay, yeah, so that is the settings for the current battery plugged in. So the average is 3.84 because it was completely discharged. No, my apologies. You can see here it was put into storage mode, both of them. So we're currently at 3.84 on both of them. So we'll keep that in mind when it comes to the actual charging with the other chargers. So 2S, 7.4 volts. We're going to be doing the balanced charge on both, and then we will hit go. Once I hit the start here, I'm just going to leave it charging, and then we'll come back and see what the actual figures are. So let's get on. It was at this point I was going to sort of stop both of the cameras, but I just wanted to see what the display here was, to be honest with you, so you may as well stick around and see that. Get my ugly face out of the way. It's very detailed, isn't it? I love that. Okie dokie. Well, you definitely heard that it was done. Scared the crap out of me. I was sort of stood by the side of it. Capital C, please. Right, well, does it have any info there about how long it took? Not that I can see, but oh, here we go. Time, 30:37, right at the top. What a blonker. These lines here obviously all show something, and I just took the opportunity to have a look in the instructions, and it does give you quite a detailed list in the instructions, as you can tell, but it's in black and white. So how are you supposed to tell? Is it okay? Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And then you can sort of line it up. I suppose you could tell it even if it is in black and white, because they are quite detailed. Can you do anything to the graph? Yeah, okay. Right, now also while I was in the instructions, I did see this, so I am just going to quickly show you this. It's the list of what this charger can do. Now, 30 minutes for a fast charge from storage, in my opinion, bloody quick, isn't it? Jesus. I was thinking about why this was charging, whether I was going to use the bog standard WL Toys charger, and I don't see the point because I have done it on camera before, and it was between 1 hour and 20 minutes and 1 hour and 50 minutes. So it takes quite a long time for it to charge, but to do this in 30 minutes, seriously? That's impressive. Just noticed that seems like it's pulling out, but they all look like that, so I'll ignore that. So now the next thing that we need to do is put it into storage. Excellent. So we're currently at 4.2, 4.2. I do like the fact that here, let me bring you back down again and focus, because I don't want you to miss any of this. Here does an average, obviously, of the 2 cells or 3 cells or up to 6 cells that you have, but there's also a gap, so you can see if they're not balanced, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to put the instructions there so they don't flap around. Are we focused? I'm trying to use this pen to touch my mobile phone now. That was interesting. Right, I am just going to stop both videos so that this one doesn't run out halfway through. Okay, so we are now on storage, and I'm going to hit start. Let's see how long it takes. Oh, quite loud, but oh well, let's get on. Well, as you can see, all done. Let's hit OK. It says, can't see. There we go. Total time of 54 minutes. I'm going to have to go and look and see if that's better or worse than the other one. And 3.87 volts, which seems pretty good to me, I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, let me go and get the figures, because obviously I need to run this one as well, the Sky RC, and then we'll sort of bring some sort of conclusion with this thing. So far, I mean, using it, I love it. So let's get on. I put it into storage mode, so it's 3.81 on the first cell and 3.821 on the second one. So we go back, we'll go to LiPo, 2.2 amps because it's 2.2 or 2200 milliamps, and the 2S 7.4 volts. So let's see how long it takes. Hold on. No, that was fast charge. Balance charge, there we go. Back when it's done. Okay, as you can see, it's finished. 39 minutes, and where did it go? 16 seconds. So let's just come out of this. Come out. 4.19, 4.19. Excellent. Right, now we'll go back to LiPo and go to storage. 2.2, 7.4. Let's see how long this takes. Go. Okay, here we are with the storage finished at 1 hour and 24. 3.85, 3.85, 3.83, 3.85, 3.82, 3.84, 3.85, 3.85. Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, welcome back. I've just written down some of the figures, obviously from this charger and this charger. I've been very happy with the Sky RC, I'll be honest with you, but I think I may have found a new favourite, just because I like saving time. And especially when I'm running a channel and when sort of life is hectic and whatnot, I literally have to decide, right, it's good weather, I'm going to charge a battery and go out. And charging the battery with the WL Toys charger takes, what, between 80 minutes and 110 minutes, maybe longer sometimes, which was just impossible to work with. Now on the Sky RC for the balance charge, from discharged to the full charge is 39 minutes, where on the new GT Power TD610 Pro, only 30 minutes and 37 seconds, which is incredibly fast. And then we go to the storage, 84 minutes or an hour and 24 minutes, and that took it down to 3.83 and 3.85 for the two cells there. And on the GT Power 610, it was 54 minutes. So again, a huge saving on obviously the charging and the discharging into storage. If I've got a couple of niggles, you've already heard them. It would be making sure that there's capitals where there should be, because that would irritate the crud out of me. And also just making the touchscreen a little bit more sensitive. He says as now everything he presses works. Well, there you go. So maybe that doesn't have to be done. Maybe you just don't have big fat fingers like me. And that solves the problem. Can I recommend this charger? I have to say, for the price that it's currently at, which is... and he's gonna edit that in editing and let you know. I believe it was around 70 US dollars, I hope. If not, I'm completely off. Considering it's touchscreen, considering it's got the times that it has, it charges quicker, discharges quicker, I have to say yes, I definitely recommend it. Will it be replacing this one? Oh yes, of course it will. Why wouldn't it? Look, it's touchscreen. No, stop. No, stop. Whoops. It's touchscreen. It's got a beautiful graphics to it, and it, you know, we all like things that go faster and slower. Now, it's going to be very hard for me to say right here, right now, that, you know, it does any issues with batteries, does it cause any damage to them, but it's not going to, let's be honest. It seems very detailed in what it does. It does seem to balance them just as well as this one does, and that's sort of the main thing at the end of the day. I may... just quickly before the video ends, just do a, now that this is in storage, do this on a fast charge and see if it is any faster. Should I? I should, shouldn't I? That would only be fair. Right, fast charge. Yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll be back. As soon as I started to record, the hammering started, and now the drilling. Okay, anyway, let's move quickly. As you can see, the charge is complete. It's supposed to be fast charge, but it's only 3109. And it was 3037 with the balance charge, so obviously it's no faster. I don't know why that's happened, but I thought let's try the 5000 milliamp 3S 11.1 volt. So I will discharge this and then we'll get on. Okay, well, that took a long time, and the battery wasn't even completely full. The discharge is complete. Remember that that was set for storage. It took 2 hours and 25 minutes. Wow! It is a 3S, so that's fair enough. But if you see here, where's the little pen? We have 3.86, 3.87 and 3.87. So this battery is now ready for a full charge. So, oh, do you know why it probably took so long? No, I did that, so forget that. Okay. Store, balance charge. There we go. All right. I'm not going to be leaving this on the whole time. The reason being it's going to take forever. and it took 2 hours the last time. So I will do the before and then we'll do the after. Okay, we know how it all works now. So see you back soon. Okay, welcome back. Hour and 27 minutes later, we have a 5000 milliamp 3S 11.1 volt battery charged fully. Obviously that's taken a lot longer than, as you know, the 2S, a 7.4 volt 2200 milliamp, because it's over double the milliamps and it's another cell on top of that. So that's more than acceptable. But obviously we need to see on this one. But before we move over to that one, we need to discharge the battery or put it into storage. So 4.22, 4.20, 4.22. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, well here I am at 10 o'clock at night. I started making this video at 7 o'clock this morning. The reason being that I saw that the discharge has in fact finished at, what have we got? 2 hours and 30 minutes, and we have 3.86, 3.87 and 3.87. So I thought I may as well at least go on to the next one, ready for tomorrow. So same battery, I'm not going to be swapping the battery over. Let's put this a fabulous charger to one side. So it will be the same thing, balanced charge. $5,000 and 3S. Right. Actually, let's just go out quickly. Yeah, 3.87, 3.8, right. There we go. Let's see how long it takes. See you in the morning. Well, good morning everybody. It's now 6:40 in the morning, the day after. As you can see, the 5000 milliamp 3S battery is finished. And we have a time of 2 hours 30, significantly longer. If I just go into 4.20, 4.19 and 4.19. So now the final thing we need to do is to go into the storage. Same thing. Let's see how long this takes. Hello, welcome back. After 32 hours, I have finally completed all of the tests. You will see that it doesn't actually say finished on here and how long it took. The reason being that I had to get these figures to be able to produce the graph that I've just done, or the table that I've just done. So I have left it on the averages there, so you can see exactly what's on the graph. And as you can see, 3.85, where are we? Between 3.85 and 3.92, I have written here. Now, let me show you the figures before we move on, because they're actually quite surprising to me. SkyRC IMAX B6 Mini, standard charger and GT. Well, anyway, standard charger, obviously you can't discharge and you can't do the 3S on it, so we'll just pretty much ignore that. Now, the 2S balanced charger, 2200 milliamp hours on the Sky Emax, 39 minutes. On the brand new one, 30 minutes. Woo! And then on the storage, all the way down to storage, 84 minutes on that one. Only 54 on that one, which is quite a saving on both. Then you over to the 3S battery, and then it gets really interesting. 150 minutes to charge it on this one, 87 on this one, and then 176 minutes on this one. Yep, just checking that you're still in shot, and 133 minutes on this one to discharge. Now, if you are never in a rush, then the argument has to be said, well, this one should be just fine. And I'll be honest with you, before I received this one, I loved this one. I truly did. But I like to save time. So will now be using this one for obvious reasons. I love the touchscreen. You know, we all love touchscreens. That's just the way the world works. But the fact that there is such a saving to be made between 150 minutes and 87 minutes on a 3S 5000 milliamp hour full charge, that's considerable. I mean, even on the 2S, 9 minutes, but then you get to the actual storage, because you would use the storage, for example, if you charge your batteries up, they finally charge, and then the rain comes. So you wait and you wait, 3-4 days later, you've now got to discharge your battery. So it is something to consider. Now, you may already know this, the conclusion of what I'm coming to. Is it worth the price? And should you get one? I believe the Sky RC today is still around $50 US. I checked the price of this and it's $87 US. It was around the 70 that I thought, but I was thinking in euros. Is it worth it over that? Well, yes, from what I can see so far, it definitely is. It just seems to be a faster, more efficient package. I have asked my contact at Banggood for a super duper code, so if I get one of those, I will leave it in the description. And if I get it before editing as well, I will edit that into the video that I'm going to be finishing off now. So, should you get one? Yeah, definitely. They're great. It truly is. It's my new favourite one and I will be using it. Is it worth 87? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. Would I pay 87 for it? No, I'd wait for a $3 US off coupon to get it for the 84, because I'm just that type of person. But yes, I truly do like it. It's got a lot of features to it, and the more that I sort of play with it and mess around with it, the more I'm enjoying it. And of course it does a few more things to this one. The type of batteries, it can do a few more compared to that one as well. They both do up to 6S, don't they? Yep, so that's not the consideration. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All those hours later, and we finally come to a conclusion. I hope you liked the video. I really do hope you like the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next time. Stay safe, take care, bye bye.